All right, a quick update for everybody out there. Most of you probably know by now, but a little bit earlier tonight, we got a decision that the case has been dropped and there's no injunction here in New York State for the case that was heard right here out of Syracuse in my town that I'm next to. Pretty disappointing. Kind of confused on why the judge would wait until a few hours, 4 or 5 hours before the law actually goes into effect on September 1st. Kind of befuddling why he wouldn't understand or wouldn't know ahead of time before he took the case or just after he took the case that he doesn't have the jurisdiction or the ability to rule on it. To me, it seems a little fishy. And to add on top of that, this morning, 9 hours ago, probably by now, there was actually a post on the district court's page that he's been replaced by another chief justice. That all really sounds weird. That's kind of odd. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if my tinfoil hat is kind of glowing here or what, but it just doesn't smell right. It totally sounds off. A lot of people are saying that he has given some direction on how they can go forward and do the case again or bring it in another court, which is good, I guess, but I would have preferred him to immediately say, hey, this is the wrong court, you need to take it to another court, then wait until the last minute to say that, and then on top of that, not give an injunction and then just decline the whole case to close the whole case. That's where we're at, people. It looks like in a few hours, New York State CCIA, Concealed Carry Improvement Act, or I like to call it Concealed Carry Abomination, is going to take effect, and 18 hours of training and all these other things are going to go into effect. Ammunition, background checks for ammunition, semi-automatic purchases for anybody over 21 years old. It's got to go on their pistol license now. It's a lot of stuff, and there's FFLs I know here in New York State that are closing their doors. They're just like done with it. Not between the federal government and their overreach, and then also the New York State now. It's becoming tougher and tougher to be a legal, law-abiding, good, moral, prudent person in New York State. Just want to do the right thing and have the government leave you alone. Second Amendment's about bearing arms, and these people still seem to think that means that bears you hunt, but it has nothing to do with that. And the only other thing we can do is show them at the ballot box. So please, all of you New Yorkers out there like me, do not vote for this governor, this person who is appointed as governor. Do not vote for her in November. Please see the writing on the wall. This is not good for New York State. Bail reform, catch and release, we like to call it. All these things lead to people getting hurt in the streets, and now more good citizens can't carry. It was before this Bruin case with NYSERPA, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association. It was better before, for at least upstate. It wasn't good for New York City. Well, now it's better for New York City, and it's worse for upstate. And really, it's bad for everybody, because you can't carry a gun anywhere because of all these sensitive locations. And it's Class D felony, which means that by design, they want to be able to strip you from your Second Amendment rights if you decide to carry in public and then, oops, forget you had it on you and go someplace where you intend to do no harm. You just want to protect yourself from bad people, and then the government's going to call you a bad person. If this isn't tyranny, I don't know what is. And I'm on my soapbox now. We need to vote at the ballot box. And obviously the jury box didn't really help much earlier with the judge, so still got to keep pressing that way. I really hope it doesn't come to the ammo box, but I'm not seeing much more. We got the President of the United States saying you don't need an F-15 or a full auto because the government's got that, and you can't fight the government without them. The heck is that? Like, they work for us, yet they're telling us what we can't have and doing whatever they want as far as impeding on us. 80-some-odd thousand IRS agents? What's that about? Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. This was supposed to be about CCIA and the lunacy here in New York State that we're dealing with. But we're dealing with it across the country, everywhere, because the federal government's just as loony, or almost as loony as New York State is. Anyway, stay safe out there and do what you can. Vote, get involved, donate to these organizations. Gun Owners of America, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association, Second Amendment Foundation. Check out the interviews we did with Alan Gottlieb and Eric Pratt from both Second Amendment Foundation and Gun Owners of America. Stay safe. Be good.